Now, you know from my previous videos how fear negatively affects childbirth. In fact, fear can actually prolong labor and result in painful contractions that don't actually dilate your cervix. So what can you do about it? Well, there are a few things, but I'm going to share with you the one most important thing that you can do to reduce the fear of birth and help you have a positive birth experience. What is that one thing, you might be thinking or asking? Well, it's simple. You need to understand what's actually happening to your body during the birthing process and how to work with your body, not against it, to ensure that you have a smooth birth. I'm almost positive that most women who've already had an experience of birth still don't know how a contraction actually works, or even why it's called a contraction. I'm going to take you through this process so that you know exactly what you need to do to let your body do all the work. Now, before I do this, I want to demonstrate something. I want you to think about swallowing. You can try and swallow right now. It's amazing, right? We swallow so many times during the day, and yet when you try and swallow on demand, it feels like hard work. And this is because we have certain things in our body that work automatically without us even thinking about it or getting involved. A bit like blinking. Now that I've mentioned blinking, you're thinking, do I normally blink this much? Or haven't I blinked? It's crazy to think that we get our conscious mind involved in certain natural functions. We seem to overcomplicate them or overthink them, making it harder. And sometimes we even do them and mess them up. Now, why am I telling you all this? Well, birth is a natural physiological process. And when we get our heads involved in this process, it can make it much harder and it can sometimes even mess it up. Understanding what your body actually is doing during birth will allow you to simply let your body do the work, and you can just keep your mind on breathing and relaxation. I promise to do a video on relaxation and breathing in my next one. So let's get back to what is a contraction. Your uterus actually consists of 3 muscle groups, and it's shaped like a balloon. So the neck of the balloon is actually your cervix. The first set of muscles are circular, and they run round your uterus and are more concentrated down in the cervix region. They are contracted and they keep the baby safely tucked up in your uterus during pregnancy. Now, the second set of muscles are longitudinal muscles, and they run from the bottom of your cervix to the top of your uterus. And these muscles are actually relaxed during your pregnancy to allow your baby to grow perfectly. Now, when you begin to experience Braxton Hicks or practice contractions, these are the muscles that actually contract, and you can see that. And this is also why they're called, this motion is called contractions. It's a little confusing as the word contractions brings to mind a tightening or a making smaller kind of feeling. But what is actually happening is your body is opening up and softening. But let's talk about the language of birth in another video. Now, the third set of muscles are situated in between those circular muscles and those longitudinal muscles, and they actually coordinate much of this movement. So when your body and your baby are ready to start the birthing process, your birth hormones like oxytocin and relaxin are actually released, and your circular muscles begin to soften and loosen. The longitudinal muscles will then begin to contract, and as they contract, each time they gently nudge these circular muscles up. So your cervix becomes super soft and thin, and with each contraction, you open up and dilate more and more. Now remember, if you're feeling fearful, your circular muscles will simply just tighten up as they want to keep your baby safe. And this means that you may still have contractions as those longitudinal muscles know it is time for your baby to be born. But those circular muscles, perceiving a threat, they just simply tighten. This is when you have contractions but your cervix is not dilating, or your contractions become painful as the 2 muscles are literally fighting against each other. It is vital that you understand this process and know how you're able to work with your body and not against it during birth. So, how do you do that? Well, it's really simple. You simply prepare for birth by practicing relaxation and breathing. Studies show that being relaxed during birth is the best way to support your body. I really hope that this video has been helpful. Please like and share my page with anyone that you feel will benefit from this kind of information. I'm passionate about helping women have a better birth experience. Please DM me if you want me to email you a free birth rehearsal relaxation recording. This will really help you prepare for the day of your baby's arrival. I want you to enjoy your pregnancy. Remember, you're a superhero.